What's one thing everyone should buy once they've made $100,000? I know it's specific to people, or what's a purchase you made when you made your first $100,000 that was really worth it?
I took my mom to Paris. So we grew up in London. And yeah, I also like, I want to make something clear because you said something in the intro, like in no way, shape or form did I grow up in poverty. Like in no way, shape or form was like, we never struggled for meals. We never it was just it's a very common story, which is you see your mom, single mom, my stepdad cut us off when I was about 11 or 12. She worked at NHS, which is like the public healthcare service. Okay, so she was a receptionist there, which is rough because like, I know you guys don't have public healthcare here, but in the UK, like public healthcare is free, but that also means it's very backlogged. And that also means that like people can get very intense and very like pushy and aggressive. So just like between that and she also worked at a place called Harrods, a retail job. And that was for a few years when basically like she was tucking away money because my mom was very, very frugal. And then eventually that money ran out once my stepdad cut us off. So it wasn't like we were homeless or this, that. It was just, you see someone you love who's in pain. And I don't know, maybe like for the viewers, this won't mean anything, but like Paris is so close to London. Like Paris is so close to London. And like my mom, when she moved to London, it was always a dream of hers to like go to Paris. I think like for women, that's like a very like idealistic thing. Like she'd never been to Paris in her entire life. And going to Paris is not like it's a very expensive thing from London. Traveling within Europe is pretty cheap. And just small things like that. The fact that like when I was 17, I made a promise to her, like growing up, like I'll take you to Paris. It's not like the most expensive thing on earth, only costs like a couple grand, for the entire trip, or whatever, the way we did to do it nicely. But just, I'm sure you've experienced it yourself. Like there's nothing you can buy that gives you the same level of joy as seeing like a loved one, or like making a promise to a loved one. Because I feel like we all make these promises to our loved ones. And by the way, if you don't, I think it's probably one of the most powerful things that you can do to guarantee your success. Because when you make a promise, because I've made multiple promises to my mom and I've made good on every single one of them, even ones that I didn't know if I could do, or I thought it would take me, multiple decades to do so. And yeah, I know that people will do more for their loved ones than they will for themselves. And that's a much stronger anchor than like, I want XYZ thing.
Yeah, that's something I've often critiqued